Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video features two sovereign citizen Karens making a scene in court. The first case comes out of Michigan, and the second involves an elderly woman who may need a walker, but clearly hasn't outgrown the attitude. Let's get into it.
Ma'am, what is your name?
Denise Heidish.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Heidish. This is case 25-5400-OM. Ms. Heidish, you're appearing this morning for purposes of arraignment. Also zooming with us is Ms. Ferrara Wilbur, a defense attorney through the Indigent Defense Council. She's here to assist you with the arraignment process. Also zooming with us is the Whitewater Township attorney, Mr. Szymanski, and the Whitewater Township supervisor, Ms. Slapsima. I would like to open a private breakout room, Ms. Haddish.
I would like to just let you know that I am here as the trustee of the estate by special appearance to handle this claim against the estate.
So you are Denise Haddish, correct?
I am the trustee of the estate.
Is your name Denise Haddish?
I am the trustee of the estate. I am here to handle this claim for the estate.
What is your name, please? Identify yourself.
My name is Denise Heidish. I am the trustee of the estate.
Okay, thank you for that. What I'd like to do is open a private breakout room. It's a place where you would be able to have a private conversation with Ms. Ferrara Wilbur. Let me see. I need to add a second room here. Would you be comfortable going in a breakout room with Ms. Ferrara Wilbur?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Ferrara Wilbur, please don't enter that. Oh. All right, so Mr. Szymanski, please don't enter that breakout room.
Understood.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Heidish, I did send you an invitation to join the breakout room. If you go in there.
I don't know, how do I find this? I'm not very high tech.
If you click on join, it should allow you to go in the breakout room.
Oh, join.
Thank you.
So she finally manages to move herself into a breakout room. And honestly, it's pretty ironic watching people struggle with fairly basic modern technology while still believing they're fully equipped to represent themselves in a criminal case. Either way, it definitely makes for some entertaining moments.
Hey, welcome back, ladies. We're on the record again in case 25-5400-OM. Ms. Ferrara Wilbur, did you have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Heidish about this case?
We did have an opportunity to chat briefly in the breakout room. It's my understanding at this time that Ms. Heidish would like to address the court. I've advised her against that, but she would like to address the court at this time.
Okay, thank you for that. All right. Ms. Heidish, I just need to verify your mailing address, please. Okay, she's muted. If you could unmute and start your video feed again, please.
I believe I have it done. Are you there?
Thank you. I just want to verify your mailing address is 9 Trail. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, whose mailing address? The estate's mailing address?
I have a mailing address for you, the named defendant in this matter, of 9276.
Okay, no, because I am here by special appearance for the estate of Denise Heidish.
Okay, what's a good mailing address for the court to use?
The estate of Denise Heidish is 92 Lake Trail.
Okay, and you will readily receive the mail at that address?
The estate will.
What's a good telephone number for the court?
I'm on it right now.
What was that?
I am on this phone right now.
What is the telephone number for that, please?
248-5.
Thank you. Do you ever use email?
Not usually. I get too much spam.
Okay. All right. The next step in this process, and Ms. Ferrara-Wilbur, so I know you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Heidish about this. Did she want to wait until next week?
Can I interrupt?
No, it's not your turn to talk. Ms. Ferrara-Wilbur, is there any information regarding how she would like to proceed?
I did speak with Ms. Heidish prior to today. I'm unsure if she would still like to proceed as we've discussed.
Okay. It does appear that there is a little contentiousness. So Ms. Heidish, if you would unmute yourself and answer the questions, please. So today
I wanted to ask you a few questions. I want to know when I was notified.
This is not the venue for you to ask the court questions. You're here for purposes of arraignment. I've muted you because you're not staying on task with us.
I bet if you laid out a crayon buffet, she'd stay on task.
Okay, we're clearly going to have to reschedule this. Defendant is not cooperating. So it does appear on here. So does, do we know, does defendant have an attorney to represent her?
I don't have that information, Magistrate.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, thank you. She's just not cooperating. So at this time, I am willing to provide a renotice for one renotice, so we can try this again. We do have a mailing address, so we will renotice this for 2 to 3 weeks out, and we'll attempt to do it again. Thank you for appearing, Mr. Szymanski. I appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Heidish, I muted you 5 minutes ago. I'm going to remove you from the courtroom. Please watch your mail. We're going to renotice this, and I need you to have proper decorum when you come back, okay?
Spoiler alert, she never came back, at least as far as I could find. That will likely result in a warrant being issued for her arrest, and she'll probably end up dealing with some time in custody down the line. Next, we move on to another sovereign citizen in Colorado, where a judge shuts down her arguments almost immediately, veteran style.
Next matter before the court's the People versus Julia Hollingsworth, 26R28.
That should be.
She's in the back.
Should be that woman right there.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me okay? Yeah, you may, but if you could get to the microphone, that would be great, okay?
I don't know how far before I commit to the UCC flag. I make a request if I have a trial to have the gold fringe flag removed and replaced with a flag that does not have the cold French. So I don't know how to address the court except as properly as I can. I'm showing under the name of my name with all caps, whereas I personally use upper and lowercase to separate the two identities.
Okay. Who?
I don't know how to proceed from here.
Well, I know how we're going to proceed from there. It sounds like that you're not identifying as the person I called. And
I can't.
And that's fine. I just issued a warrant for that person.
A warrant to dismiss yesterday and a continuance in a separate motion yesterday, but the court did not have time to allow you to review the file.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I didn't see it before I came in this morning. I'm sorry.
It was handwritten.
No, well, that's fine. I don't have any issue with that. It sounds like that you're saying that the person in 26R28, you filed in that case a motion to continue. I'll look at that later today and we'll set a new date, okay?
Can I sit and wait for that? Because I don't know how to address the court pro se when I'm not a lawyer.
No, I understand that. I don't have any issue. What I have is you're telling me that somebody named Julia Hollingsworth or somebody who I will continue to. No. You don't need it.
February 13th is the next infraction docket.
Okay. We'll continue to February 13th
Right.
at 9 a.m.
I may not have transportation because it was the property that was damaged. My property. And the officer trooper.
Yeah, and we don't need to go into that. It's not that I don't care right now. We've continued the case like you asked to. And so we'll see you on that day. And if you can't come in, you can always call in, okay?
I can't do much with the technology.
Once again, we've got another sovereign citizen struggling with something as basic as Zoom, while somehow believing they've done enough research to defend themselves in court. Cases like this really do seem to keep delivering moments that are hard to look away from.
Okay.
I tried to surf, but I don't want the separate identities merged. So that's what.
Yeah. Well, and look, look, if you have a different need in the matter, as if I'm supposed to under Colorado law.
Okay, but I can come as long as if I'm here, will that still be a failure to appear?
If you identify as a person on this ticket, it won't be a failure to appear. But here's how this works. And I'm okay people wanting to identify how they wish to identify, have no problem with it. But if somebody tells me that they have capital letters and there's somebody else and this person right here isn't who they are, I'm going to issue a warrant for who that person is. And then the chips will fall where they may.
One last question. The officer trooper providing with, I believe, state altered the original signature by date.
I feel like that you asked for, no, I just want to say this. You've asked for a motion to continue. You've asked for a motion to continue. You've said yes. And you've asked for a motion to dismiss. We don't need to talk about anything anymore. We have a lot of people waiting.
I don't know how to get the original ticket.
What's that?
If I was sent a different version and the officer in the court doesn't tell me how to get the two to compare them, because you can't arbitrarily alter a contract in the real world. So I know that there's two different versions.
Okay, so I will proceed accordingly. You know your new date, right?
February 13th at 9 a.m.
You bet.
And your name?
My name is Anthony Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Ed. Judge.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll see you on February 13th.
That sounds good.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your help.
Okay.
She pushed through the hearing, insisting that the flag with the gold fringe is somehow a UCC flag. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. The UCC is just a set of legal statutes, not a nation, so it doesn't have a flag. With that cleared up, let's move on to the next hearing.
26R28 is Julia Hollingsworth. Is Julia Hollingsworth here?
Depends on what you mean by here. I think it was last time. And I have a motion to dismiss and a motion to, postpone it. Continuance. You gave me the continuance without having the motion. And the dismissal motion, you didn't have access to. But the first thing I said that I couldn't cross and have a threshold, knowing that there's perhaps a legal entity and me real, and that I would be, if you'd read my motion to.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Ms. Hollingsworth, I presume that you're Julia Hollingsworth. If you're not Julia Hollingsworth,
You
then
put a warrant out for me, right?
no, I would enter a default judgment. I'm not going to put a warrant out for your arrest, or for Julia Hollingsworth arrest for a lane usage violation. Yeah, there won't be a warrant for whoever this is. There is the option for this person to either plead not guilty and come to a full hearing, or if they do not appear, then it would default. Or they could plead guilty and then they could go to the front desk and they could make arrangements to pay or pay today.
Okay, well, I know that flag has symbolism that I can't ask you to replace the flags. That takes the court time. That was in my motion to dismiss.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read that
About the flag?
in my motion.
Yeah, I am actually intimately involved with the idea that some people feel like that's the British flag, and that that's pledging allegiance or giving allegiance to the British crown and such.
Right.
But I'm not. I am a state court judge here, and I basically love America. I'm a veteran, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make sure everybody has their rights and that they're not infringed upon. And so my question for you is, are you identifying today as Miss Hollingsworth?
I don't know how to answer that without merging two identities. So I will say not guilty if I'm allowed to.
Yes, you may say not guilty, and we will, Miss Hollingsworth. I'm allowing you your rights right now. We'll go not guilty, and we're going to set this. Do we have a hearing date?
It's extremely stressful getting here every time. My third time here already. And since you're aware of the novelty or the nuance, how will I go through a trial knowing that I'm concerned about which jurisdiction I fall under?
April 24th.
April 24th. Okay.
I can't speak as myself and then speak for myself. So the request would be to maybe remove the Uniform Commercial Code flag and replace it with an American flag, and then I'd feel more comfortable knowing that at least I have options to appear as myself as opposed to this LLC, all capital letters. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just neurospicy.
If by neurospicy you mean a bit chaotic in the way the argument is being put together, then sure, call it what you want. But she's about to bring up the flag again, and the judge is already prepared to shut that line of reasoning down pretty quickly.
I have to be accurate. So I can't.
Thank you, Miss Hollingsworth. I hear you.
Okay,
can you
good.
give
I'm
me?
glad you understand.
24th at 10 a.m., April 24th.
Okay, April 24th at 10 a.m. We'll have this hearing on the lane usage violation. Okay.
I never got a copy of the ticket. And what I did get from the clerk was different than what I was written, because the officer finding had basically taken the contract that we signed and changed everything about it.
Okay, you can present that on April 24th. That's the day. I'll consider all that, Ms.
I
Hollingsworth.
have to pass a threshold and go with the symbolism, even if it's just a symbolic flag. I know there's a constitutional law and admiralty law, And sometimes I'm neurodivergent. I have to be accurate, so I know a lot of people.
Sure. So I'll see you on April 24th, and the flag will be here.
That one.
Yes.
Gold Range.
Yes.
So that falls under Admiralty Law of Uniform Commercial Code.
Okay.
Well, that's not really what I was.
Well, and I understand, and there's a process for you to be able to appeal, Ms. Hollingsworth. You can appeal the court, and then you can go to the district court judge, and you can appeal that judge and go to the Court of Appeals, and then you can appeal that judge and go to the state Supreme Court. And I'm not going to venture to guess what theories you may bring up during that process. But you might even get this to the U.S. Supreme Court. You never know. But what I'm going to tell you is that flag behind me is an American flag, the same flag that when I took my oath I was under. It's the same flag that when I agreed to defend our country when I was in the military I was under. And I'm not going to remove that flag.
The officer findings.
Hollingsworth, here's what we're going to do. I have a date for you. If you want to talk to me, I will make time today, but it may be at 9:00 tonight. But you can sit there and today, and we can do that. But I'm going to go on. There's other people here that deserve the same respect that I'm giving you, that they can move on with their day. So, Ms. Hollingsworth, I'm going to ask that you sit down if you wish to talk to me more today, and then we'll go from there. What's that?
You want me to sit here for 12 hours?
I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to be able to get to you again. There's other things that I have to do. But if you want to talk, I will talk, and we will get you on the record. But right now, we're going on to the next case.
So I can't say not guilty now.
You already said not guilty.
Well, I fall into the same category next time.
So I'm going to call the next case is 26R25. That's the People versus Ruben Martinez. Is Ruben Martinez here?
I like judges like this one. He lets the sovereign citizen-style arguments run just long enough to shut them down cleanly and move on to the next case. And if she still wants to argue it further, that's fine. He'll be ready for her in about 12 hours. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. When the first defendant makes it back to court, I'll update you. The second one also has a hearing later this month, so we'll see how that situation wraps up. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike. Either way, drop a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my upcoming content.